Hey gang, this is Zach. I'm gonna level with you here. We're gonna put up another clip show. I haven't really been having the best few weeks. Nothing I really want to go into right now, but it's thrown off our podcasting groove, so to speak. We'll try to get back into it next week, hopefully. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So here is the episode. I hope you like it.
Hello.
Hey guys, we're
up?
freeforming it today.
Yeah.
We decided to do a special something because we're actually in the same room together.
Yeah, can you hear the acoustics?
Yeah, now we're not off by 5 seconds every time we talk.
We also have some special guests with us today.
Yeah, and if they want to say hi, they can. If not, they can just wave.
Hey.
We decided to drag them into our random speech diarrhea or some shit. Talking about nothing really.
Yeah, this is not an actual Mega Man X4
No.
episode.
We decided to just kind of do a bit of an interlude to fuck around and just use it as an excuse to record, really.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, how often are we in the same room nowadays?
Right?
It's not all that often anymore.
Yeah.
And it's too bad. I mean, we're all the way off. I'm all the way off in Toronto, so...
Yeah.
We tried to
Glad
do our
you
best.
came to Montreal to visit.
Yeah.
So.
Specifically to visit you. I had to come and see this gigantic carpet on your wall.
Yeah, I got this from Sammy, actually.
Yeah? Nice. It's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
There's no X's on it, though, so therefore it's not as good as it could be.
Mm.
Should I add a giant X to it?
It's not as extreme as it can be.
Do you mind if I just take a permanent marker and write a big X over it?
Or you could use a knife, just cut it.
Just cut the X into
Yeah,
it?
like Zorro style.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, Zorro does the Z. I mean,
Yeah.
but the X does make it sound cool.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
Futurama reference. Come on.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the X makes it sound cool. When Bender was talking to Fry, and, when there are many escapades off in the future.
I don't remember this.
Never
Sorry
mind.
to disappoint.
Never mind. So what's going on, y'all? What do you want to talk about? We don't have to talk about anything. I can just vamp for time and talk about nothing. I can keep doing that. The weather's pretty nice. Well, I have a pretty solid day. It was much better than yesterday when we got here. It was raining.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
good. Mm-hmm.
So,
Maybe we talk a little bit about video
Yeah.
games, because I assume our listening audience doesn't
Yeah,
like
we
us
should-
just talking about
we should
bullshit.
talk a little. Like, Evan, do you like video games?
I do, not as much as you guys.
That's a lie. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, who doesn't like video games?
Anyone?
Anybody in this room?
We all just looked at the same person.
She knows who she is. She knows who she is.
She knows who she knows.
I knew who I am.
It's the Canadian in me coming out. She knows who she is. Yeah, but I'm really excited. You said you just picked up Super Mario RPG.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think about that. It's a really good one.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a little segment about it or something.
Maybe we'll have a segment. We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe flesh that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Games we're playing on the side.
That could be like a segment, just like side
Games
game
we're
of
playing
the, side
on
game
the
of the
side.
day. Games we're playing on the side.
Does every segment have to end with the...
Yes.
It's just our stinger now.
But yeah, this was just like an interlude. So.
Yeah. So we didn't really have much we wanted to talk about. Just wanted an excuse to record. You can feel free to skip this, obviously.
Or email us about it.
Or email us about it. You know our email. We're not going to say it again.
Okay.
But follow us on Twitter. Write us an email.
Yeah, we have Twitter now.
Do all that shit. If you want. Whatever.
Yeah. So next episode we're doing episode 3
Yep.
of X4, right?
So stay tuned.
So that'll be fun.
It'll be good. You guys will like it.
All right.
Even though we haven't recorded it yet. You guys will still like it.
Okay.
Alright. Later, guys.
See you next time.
What's going on, everybody?
Da-da-da-da.
Welcome to an incredibly interesting new episode of Extreme. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey.
And this is normally a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video games. But this month we're trying out something new.
We're still gonna dig deep.
We're still digging deep, but in a different way. we're trying out something new for the new year. Joey, how can we describe this? Maybe we should call it starting the year off wrong. I think that's you want to go with that?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this month's going to be called Starting the Year Off Wrong. We wanted to try a little bit of something different to inaugurate the new year. Most people want to bring in tidings of good cheer and happiness, but fuck that.
No.
It's starting the year off wrong. We're setting this. We're setting your expectations to where they should be.
At the bottom.
But we want at the bottom because then once the year goes on, it can only go up from there.
Ooh, that's pretty
right?
Genius. Whoa.
That's what I was thinking. So we're calling it Starting the Year Off Wrong, and to commemorate this month, I know we're a little late into the month. We're a week behind. We didn't time this out well. We're bad at timing. We'll get better at this next year.
Better at this next year.
Yeah. See, we're already starting the year off wrong.
Wrong.
Very wrong. But to commemorate our first episode of this new series that we're going to do once a year, every January, we want to go a little bit back to the origins of our own podcast and pay tribute. Normally, we used to pay tribute to all the great games from Mega Man, but there's been some stinkers, haven't there, Joe?
I do believe there have been.
Yeah, so we figured that it'd be a good idea to go over some of the not so good from Mega Man's past. And with that, we're diving into Mega Man 64.
Welcome back.
Yes, here we are, doing a game with Mega Man in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, Joe, okay. I guess we'll just get started right at the beginning here.
Let's get going.
So, before we even touch a button, Joe, I just want to talk about everything that happens when you boot up the game. So, starting off with a gigantic wall of text. Everything that I wanted to see in a Mega Man game.
I feel like they do that in other Mega Man games too.
Yeah, but it's not as necessary. It's not like in Mega
Right.
Man X, they have a big wall of text, but it's like a diagnostic screen. You know, it's not
Right. It adds to
exactly.
The
It adds to like the vibe of like Mega Man being like awakened and turned on for the first time, kind of thing. Not in
Yeah.
that way. Get your head out of the gutter. But kind of activated, and it gives more of a vibe that it's like, hey, this no,
Not in that way.
God, damn it, Joe. It gives more of a vibe of like, this is the kind of game you can expect. It's going to be a sci-fi, like a science fiction kind of game with a lot of heavily roboticized influence to it. So, but this game, the story. Okay, can I just read back to you what I got from the story crawl?
Okay.
So, okay,
Right.
this is nothing that, like, of any Mega Man story I've ever heard of. And, like, I played a fair bit of Mega Man. I think we both have. So, alright, it talks about these people called diggers who salvage for things. And there's a mother lode that can, like, change the world or something?
Not in that way.
What? There's it's LODE, you're right. There's a mother lode. Like, this is the most, like, Final Fantasy-ass story I've ever heard. And, like, to couple with that, the background image is, like, a static picture of the sky with the water and a flying ship. This is like the most Final Fantasy ass shit I've ever seen.
It's true. It feels like they were trying to like do something that isn't
Right?
Mega
I
Man.
think you're entire. I was actually just gonna say that. I think they maybe made a game without Mega Man, and
Yeah.
then they were like, "There's never gonna sell if you don't put Mega Man in it." Like,
Just like make Mega Man. The
yeah,
main
just
character.
put Mega Man in this game. They're like, but it doesn't make any sense if we put him in the game. And then Shiggy Miyamoto is like, but it will. Just trust me on this. And then, yeah, like, I don't know, man. This plot just seems completely out of left field for anything Mega Man related. Like Mega Man proper, like Mega Man Classic, Mega Man X. I don't even know what else there is. Like, at this...
Yeah. Even the music is like...
The music's not...
It's like Final Fantasy music,
Yeah, man,
too.
I was going to talk about that as the game goes on, but, like, they have weird issues with balancing the sound and the voices.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know how okay, we're not perfect, and sometimes we have issues with our own audio. But, like, at least you can hear us talk most of the time.
Yeah, and we're also, like, not yet a huge corporation.
Exactly. We don't have the money of a huge, like, conglomerate pouring into us. In fact, we have a lot of money just pouring out of us. It's like we're shitting money. But, like, if you have the backing of a major corporation and the funding of that, you'd think the voiceover for the intro crawl wouldn't sound like a dude literally chewing on the microphone. It sounds like if I put the microphone
that's-
right up to my face and I started talking through my teeth like this.
That's pretty accurate.
Thank you. It's like if you if you had lockjaw and you're trying to talk to a human being. But, like, I don't know. It's not the most compelling story. Like, honestly, it seems really generic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the world has changed, but there's a thingy that can make your dreams come true. Like, it's the most generic-ass RPG plot I've ever heard.
Yeah.
By the way, if you let the intro cycle continue past the main menu, it cycles into another cutscene where I guess the main villain's name is Bonne, Bonne, is like talking to his minions, but like, by the way, like yelling like, "But then my name is Bonne." That's not a name that you can yell and make people cower in fear. That's like saying, "My name is Flowers McPedal Face." It's like, no, you really need a better menacing villain nickname. But did you see all the yellow dudes, the minions?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about minions from the Gru movie.
No.
Like, these are the original yellow minions.
The originals.
But, like, they look like... Okay. Joey, did you ever have Mega Bloks? Do you remember Mega Bloks?
Maybe.
They were like the
Bigger versions of Lego?
Exactly. They were the bigger versions of the Legos. And like, these little yellow dudes reminded me of, like, making something out of a Mega Bloks. They even had like the little hands that like look like the little Lego things.
Yeah.
Like the little prong hands.
Right.
Like maybe this is meant to be like a Mega Bloks game. Or a Lego early attempt at a Lego game.
Yeah.
That might have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Or at least made a little more sense. I don't know. But then you hit the button to start the game, and a voiceover says, "Here we go!"
Here we go!
Oh, okay. But, so, there's a lot of talking in this game.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned before, they don't really know how to manage the whole background noises and music versus the voiceover. Uh-huh. So this is incredibly noticeable in the beginning when there is music and background noise. But like that takes so much priority over the voiceover to the point where I was having trouble hearing what they were saying.
Yeah, sure.
It's like
but luckily it doesn't matter.
It's like if right now, hopefully we're editing properly. It's like if right now we played a song over me talking, you can barely make out what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now we turn off the editing. But yeah, like the whole point, if you're gonna also, I don't see any options to turn on like closed captioning or anything. How the fuck am I supposed to hear what you're saying?
Right.
Especially considering this is an RPG now and the story is the most important thing. Right?
True. It's like, apparently this is like a story game now, and...
Yeah, which is even weirder!
Yeah.
The Mega Man had story, but not like this. Like, the story was a thing to move the plot along so you could keep platforming. This is the game, like, this is like, you're playing a game to move this story along. It's counterintuitive to everything that Mega Man is.
Yeah, true.
Also, Mega Man has a pompadour!
What?
Why does he have a pompadour?
Because he's fabulous.
I know it's not the traditional pomp, but I don't know what to call that hairstyle. It's like poofy 90s hair.
Yeah, it's like...
No, you know what it is? It's traditional JRPG haircut bullshit, where it's spiky everywhere.
Yes.
It's exactly that, right?
Yeah.
It looks like you could be...
And?
What?
Doesn't he usually have a helmet?
No. Where's the helmet? Why is there no... we haven't even played the game yet!
Alright, Zach, I think we need to take a break, or else we're gonna explode.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay, we're taking a break so I can calm down a little bit.
So, you need to first realize that you can shoot out the treads to slow down the tank, which is not in any way hinted at in the game. You just kind of need to realize that you can do that.
Yeah.
Considering everything up to this point, they basically spoon-fed you that you can do. Why not tell us this? That you can take out the treads. Because if you don't, this fight becomes impossible. Because you just never get into a position to shoot and fire on them. Because to get up and hit him, you actually have to jump up to the top of the construction area.
Right.
Because you start at the bottom. But you have to go up and shoot the top of the tank. Problem is, you need to be in the direct line of sight of the open door of the tank when you're shooting. First off, the tank door doesn't open all the time. And the tank is still, regardless of whether or not you've turned out the tires, is rotating so fast that you have to keep moving around the perimeter of the upper ledge to just keep up. And you can't lock on because that makes you stand still. Because if you stand still, then you can never hit it. Because it's rotating. It just keeps moving. So you're like, okay, I guess I gotta keep moving, right? Wrong. You can't keep moving too. Because if you keep moving, then you never hit it. Because you're never in line with the cabin. You have to, if you try and lock on to aim for the open cabin, it moves. If you try to move around the perimeter and shoot it, the auto aim doesn't function as well. So you have to try and wait until it stops moving where it's shooting out the enemies. Right? And then you have to try and mad dash your way onto the deck of the roof thing while it's not moving. And hope you make the jump, by the way, because it's a fucking leap to jump onto this tank. So you have to, A, hope you've got enough time left to make it onto the platform, and B, that your jumping is perfect, because if it's not, you end up in the bottom of the canyon, and you have to jump up to the fucking platform again, and then if you don't get it, then you have to try it again, and then you have to hit the tires out again, and then you can't even with this fucking fun anymore! Oh god!
Zach? I think Zach broke. Zach. The game broke Zach. Alright. I guess it's a good place to end it. Zach. Alright. Okay. Guys, it was a pleasure. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can email us on Gmail. Watch Zach on Twitch at It's the Extreme. And thank you again to our parent network, Never Sleeps Network. Great network. We've got cool shows. Speech Bubble, Talking Wrestling. Good stuff. But yeah. We'll keep you posted on whether or not Zach comes out of his explosion coma. So, see you next time, and don't forget to write it down. Bye!